Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Try It Out Tuesday. Tonight we're going to be doing some art journaling in our Dina Wakeley craft book. So as you join in, please say hello, give us a wave, comment, and of course, if you possibly can, please share. I hope you're all doing well. Nobody's got web feet. Yeah, it has been so rainy. It's like a perpetual autumn. It's never going to stop. Which of course it will. So I hope you're doing well. So yes, we're going to be using my Dina Wakeley craft 6x6, and the reason I am actually going for this is because I've barely used it. I was looking in my journals today and I was like, I've barely used that one, and for me that seems as good a reason as any to do a page in it. Okay. So who do we have so far? Let's have a look. Sam! Shazza! Alison. How are yous? Marvellous. But isn't it a minute? It's like perpetual autumn. Never ending. So today I'm going to be using Dylusions paints. I'm going to be using some of the bright colours because I do think that with the craft, and we're going to put some black on there as well, I think it's just a really, really good look myself. And it's mine. So there you go. And that is as good a reason as any, actually. Alrighty. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Pauline. Why did I sound surprised you were here, Sam? It's not that I was surprised you were here. It's just you're not always the first person here. It's not that I was surprised you were here. I knew you'd turn up eventually. I know you'd be here eventually, like, but just, you know. I feel like I should stop talking now, because I'm just going to, like, dig a hole that I can't get out of. What can you do? Right. Like I said last week, I was asked just before I went live, so it was too late at that point, to revisit some of the faces. So this week I'm going to do Dream. If there was another one you'd like me to do at any point, drop my phone. Then please do get in touch and let me know. We do the lives in our Try It Out Tuesdays to help you with any product or technique inspiration that you might be needing. So do let us know if there's anything specific you're waiting for. So like I said, we're going to use Dream. I'm going to use Journal Art Elements 2. I have got Journaling Essentials number 2 as well, and I've also got my coffee stains on standby. I decided to go with big ones. Got myself in a right pickle here, haven't I? Big ones circles, because it's just lovely. All these circles. Very nice. And obviously there is a multi-buy on the big ones as well. So let's get cracking. Okay, so like I said, I've got the Dylusions paint, I've got Tropical Sangria, Blue Hawaiian, and Lemon Zest. Okay. And so I'm just going to put some of those. I'm actually not going to go into my palette. I'm going to go rogue. And I'm going to go straight on to my page. That's a new lemon zest. Where's my open lemon zest? Always have to have a backup lemon zest. But I haven't shook that one, so. Because I do find it's a colour I use so much because it blends so well with all the others. Okay. The tag book. The tag book, the tag book, the tag book. Sally's Workshop, Lynn. Okay, so I'm just going to dip that in some water. I'm not trying to get it wet, but just in some water. And then I'm going to go here, and then I'm just going to rotate my brush and go here. And this hasn't worked out at all what I was thinking, but I like it. This is rather fantabulous. Have I made this book, Dawn? No, this is a Dylusions, Adina Wakely craft book. Well, this is so exciting. Wasn't what I planned at all. It's like better. Okay, I'm now going to stop because otherwise I'm going to get too much coverage. So what I do need is I need another book, so I'm not wasting all this paint. Sorry, just quickly, I just want to go back to Lynn. Was it this tag book that everyone was making that you're talking about, Lynn? Is that the one? Made a big tag book and joined together. Oh yeah, that was me! Funnily enough, I was looking at that the other day. Don't know what I did with it. We'll make another one. Okay. So I do have quite a bit of paint there. Spread that back out. I am actually going to go in with a little more blue. Again, I've lost the wave I wanted as well. Oh, flick that up. I know which one you're talking about, Lynn, now. Yep, that's fine. Right, and I'm going to give this a quick blast with the old heat tool. I was hoping this was going to be quite a quick one tonight, but I think not for any reason. I'm not busy or anything. Don't miss a daft. Right, I'm just going to get some of my stamping tissue because I've got quite a lot of excess paint. And if I pick it up with my stamping tissue, not only am I going to get great texture, but I can also use the stamping tissue. Yeah, my tag book had the doodle art houses in, primarily, I think. If that helps. Whether it's me or Sam. Tell you what, Lynn, what we'll do is we'll find them out, we'll put some pictures in the Be Crafty Stamps group. So if you're not a member of that here on Facebook, guys, go and check that out. We'll put some pictures in there, and then you can tell us if we're right or wrong, or whose it was. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a dry with my heat tool. Absolutely lovely. Okay, then I'm going to get my dots. Now this isn't perfectly dry. I'm really just not patient enough to be bothered. Okay. I'm going to get a blender tool and I'm going to get some black gesso. Okay, so I'm using the 1 fluid ounce Dina black gesso. Obviously you could use any black gesso you had. That's absolutely fine. Just going to work that into my blending tool. Okay. Give us some funky circles across. I'm not going to go across here because that is where the dream face is going. But I'm trying not to join it together. That's why I'm sort of patching it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately take that foam and just dunk it in my paint water, because that's cool water and it'll stop it setting. Okay, which is basically all we want until we can get it washed. Okay, and this is one of the reasons I love Dylusions paint. If you look at the black, where I put it on, the black gesso, sorry, with the blending tool, it's almost instantly dry. And you can get a similar effect if you're using Dylusions paint as well. It dries so quickly. It's absolutely fab. Okay, and now I'm just going to put a little bit of the colours we used underneath. And what I love about this is sometimes it's just nice to go on onto not a white surface, because I think sometimes a white surface can be really intimidating. Whereas I don't think the craft is. I think it's quite, you know. We're just going to use the other end of our paintbrush to do some dots inside some of our circles. And that's just going to bring back some of those colours. But obviously you could use a whole rainbow of your colours here. Or, you know, mix them up. Have you all joined Sally's challenge yet? Again, if you're not a member of the Be Crafty Stamps group, please head on over. Every month Sally runs a challenge and it's open to everyone. It doesn't matter where you live. Okay. Sally runs a challenge where you could win a stamps voucher, which is obviously awesome. You can spend that on whatever stamps you like, from the end of line section, anything really. It's just a great way to build your collection, and it gives you an idea to spark your creativity if you're struggling with a bit of mojo. Sally's got you. And this month it's like a celebration-y type theme, so it can be anything. You know, birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, obviously, Thanksgiving if you're across the pond. But anything you like to celebrate. New stamp, celebrate buying it. New Inkable, I'm celebrating owning it. You know, anything. You can enter up to 3 times. Okay, so you see how quickly, if I'd have said to you, right, we're going to put dots in the vast majority of these circles, you'd have gone, well, that's going to take for pigging ever. Okay. Celebrate 5 minutes alone in the bathroom, Shaz. Some days, that's all it takes. Celebrate getting the last Kit Kat before the kids get to it. You know, all those things are worthy of celebrating. Manage to book your Christmas shopping slot at the supermarket, so you're not actually going to have to go in. That's worth celebrating. I'm not sure how you commemorate it craftily, but you know, art journal page. That's what they're here for. Hashtag just saying. Right. Now, for putting Dream on here, okay, I'm not going to stamp her directly on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some stamping tissue and then go on to here, okay? So let's get, but what I'm going to do first is we're going to need to sort of make it white where she's going to be, because the stamping tissue will obviously go translucent. Alright, and we want to be able to, that she shows up, basically. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick little draw around my stamp with a pen. And then I'm going to, which obviously does this, what this does do, where did I put my white Dylusions paint, anyone? It's right beside me, don't panic. What this does do is it commits, so the thing with the stamping tissue is you can then put your stamp on either way, so you can actually invert your image. But obviously once you've drawn around your stamp, that does commit you to putting it that way. Alright, so as you can see, I'm walloping this on with a sort of soft brush that I don't really use for anything else. Walloping. There you go. I mean, you could paint the stamping tissue as well if you wanted. But you know. Right, so I'm going to put that to the side to dry for a second. While that's drying, I'm going to get my stamping tissue. Oh, thunk. Don't know what that was. Yeah, think of something. I know it's on a Tuesday, and think of something. What could you celebrate this week? Celebrate finding your poke tool, because obviously you've just found it because you bought another one. You know, not that that's ever happened to me, of course. Of course. Now, because this does go through, I'm going to get my small blending mat. The blending mats are out of stock at the minute, but hopefully they will be back in before the weekend. So, I promise to let you know when they are back in. So I'm going to put Dream on here. Make sure she's stamped up all lovely. Should be back in by Thursday AM. See, that sounds like a woman in the know. And okay, so I'm just going to cut around Dream here. You could do this with a paintbrush and water, if you do so wish. Hello, Kim. Alright. Oh, craft a lunch. See, and then that's going to sit on there quite lovely. What I'm going to have to do is give that a little bit of waft with my heat tool. It is not drying as quickly as I would like. And I kind of have to put her in before I do the next bits that I want to do. Sing a song, do a little dance, make a little love. Well, just pretty much get down tonight. Right. Board of heat drying. So, let's collage medium. I have been asked this week, I was talking to someone about collage medium, and they asked, why do you have the two different sizes? And do you use both the different sizes? And the answer is yes, I do. I use this one for generally applying fussy cut elements, because it's got the pointy nozzle, and then my pot for larger areas, basically. You could do both with both, if you do so wish. Okay, so I'm going to add some collage medium to the back of my stamping tissue. And I'm also going to add some collage medium over my gesso. Make sure we got a pretty big stick. Okay, so this is the thing, the stamping tissue is awesome because it goes pretty much translucent if you apply water and collage medium to it. But obviously if I'm going onto a craft page, that's not necessarily the instant thing I want. Okay? No, we want her to stick out a bit. Just a little. Okay. Okay. 50% off right now to anyone that can tell me what I did with my big one. Because I can't find it. Well, what did I do with that then? How peculiaris. Oh, there. I found it. Everyone's too late. Okay. So then I'm just going to go on here. Obviously you could cut and paste and layer that up on just some white paper if you want. That sort of thing. Again, as per usual, nothing is going the way I've planned. So we're just rolling with it right now. Okay. Okay, so we're going to come back in with my paints. And that one's a bit too big. Don't be ridiculous, Beverly. But I do need a round one. So I'm going to use this enormous brush. Because the only other option is my 24, because I don't know where the other one is. Okay. This is why I don't heat dry and I leave to dry. I'm just going to go in and do her hair, this awesome colour. Okay, and then while that dries, I'm going to get my black. I'm just going to add, I really need to become more patient, waiting for things to dry. I'm just going to add to the top of her hair there to give her more of a, because she has, on the stamp, it's open at the top. So you can add quite a big look to that. You can keep it quite small. I'm just going to fix, well, obviously I ripped the stamping tissue. And then we're going to go for a small brush. And then back to that dotty end. It's not just pink, it's, yeah, absolutely. And then we're going to go, I'm going to get some of that pink here. I'm going to go with some of this yellow with the lemon zest. And add we've got some white out, haven't we? I'm going to scoop a little bit of that, possibly a little bit more. And then we're going to add some water. Because I am now adapting my idea. Which happens a lot on Try It Out Tuesday, I have to be honest. If this is your first time here, me going off grid is not new. Sometimes that's the way it is. I think that's especially with my art journaling, but I think that's because I am more likely to experiment with it, which is why I like to recommend art journaling. So see, I'm just adding a bit of blue to that. So I can put a bit of a shadow under here. And I've watered it down quite a bit, so it is more of a wash colour over the top. I've used so many paintbrushes. I next to never use this many paintbrushes. And then we've got a bit of a gap. And this side here, which definitely should be pink. And I'm going to pick that bit up there. Just go back over the top. Might as well have the paint. Okay. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. I'm annoyed with myself about that stamping tissue thing. And this is why I say to you, I heat it on lives, but if you can, let it dry. Okay. So from here, I've got my Journal Art Elements 2. As you can see, there's lots of sort of circle stylings on this one as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight in to my Distress Oxide. Okay. And I'm going to go for these close together circles here. And I'm going to ink that up with picked raspberry. We're going to add that in. My desk is a mess. And it was actually clear before I started. Let me move some of these things out of the way. Okay, I think we need some picked raspberry circles up here. And here. Turn your project round. Don't turn yourself inside out. It isn't worth it. Okay. So you can see your picked raspberry is showing up on top of the black circles, and it shows up on the craft really, really well. And then we're going to go for quite a bright blue. So I'm thinking a Mermaid Lagoon. I think that's going to go with that the best. Okay. And I'm actually going to move away from the circles very briefly. And we're going to go for this row of hand-drawn hearts at the bottom. Because I'm actually going to stamp into Dream herself with that one. Maybe across the top. This bottom section. And it's just tying it all across. Okay. I'm just going to get some white pen at the minute, because I do want to bring a bit more white back into this. And in fairness, there is few ways better of doing that than added in a little white first stitch here and there, doing some little rough circles around a few of these circles. You can add in some doodles, you know, just, and this is where your freehand sort of creativity sort of really can take over. Okay, there is a couple of stamps with the little hearts on. If you have with these little sort of hand-drawn things, this, Sammy, honestly, you and me, with your moonlight pen, I was literally just about to say, with these sort of colours, your moonlit pens, moonlit, my moonlight, secure, okay. Then you can add in these elements in the colours that you're using, okay. You can and doodle with. You can colour in some of your more open stamps, okay. I'm going to use the blue moonlight actually. It's actually a stardust. I don't know where my blue moonlight is. And then I'm just going to redo those little highlights on her eyes there. Okay. So, for me, what we need from here is some words. Yeah? And this is the thing, the other cool thing you can do with black paint, Sarah Lou, is go over everything. Sorry, I'm just going to show you quickly. So, the excess paint from here that I put onto this page. Okay, let me just get some. It's been a long time since I got myself in this much of a pickle in a live, I tell you. Right, so let me just get some more of that. Okay, and I'm going to get, doesn't really matter what paintbrush I use because I'm painting black. Okay, and go over the whole thing. Okay, and then get your Inkables big one. This would work better if I had a tissue. And then you've got sort of the negative of it, which I think is pretty cool. You know, it's just another way. Alright. I think the thing is, we've really come away from using black gesso and black paint, whatever, not necessarily in a totally good way. I really want something else up there, black. No, it's not doing it for me. Right. So now we need some words. Okay. And I think I'm going to go for, I was planning to go for some mixed messages, but I'm thinking actually some of the Wordy stickers might be even better. So I'm going to go with the Wordy stickers 2 in black. Okay. And we're going to go with you didn't get this far. only to get this far. Okay, now I think this is going to require a lot more pen work off me. I keep putting my hand in wet paint. So I am going to add a lot more freehand pen work on here, and I'm actually going to go around the outside with a black pen as well and create some faux stitching there. And I might even, I feel like I want to put some more words in these little bubbles. I will say I will probably stick these down also with some collage medium. They are adhesive, but on top of paints and other mediums, I just think it's a good idea. What else? Could we put over here? Right, here we go. We've got, let's fill it with Wordy stickers almost. Actually, I'm going to cut these. I want them to be a little bit littler. Be the exception. Make it happen. And dream without fear. Because I think those three sentiments as well really lead into this trio. Sorry, just looking at it on the screen, I could see it was off kilter. Are they ever finished? No, they're not. Because something I am also guilty of doing is when I get a new product or a new pen or something new comes out, do you find yourself revisiting old pages and thinking, oh, that new thing would look really, really good on there? So I'm still contemplating adding on some cutout elements I've got from Journaling Essentials 2. In fairness, that's staying because that's in pink and looks fabulous. But I might put that one there. And that was just from a bit of offcut. Those leaves, honestly, I'd add them to everything. I'm going to stick with that, I think. So yeah, so in this situation, this is exactly what I'm going to use this collage medium for. Because I can sort of place my elements, but I can also sort of put them in, move them around just a little bit. until I'm happy. But I think that's me done for tonight, because I think until that paint dries, I'm just going to keep sticking my hand in it, aren't I? Basically. So, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you get on and join in Sally's challenge in the Be Crafty Stamps group. Sam has put links on you. No, she didn't put links on you. She put links on for you for all the products we've used. If there's anything you can't find, please give us a shout and we'll do everything we can to find them for you. Anything else or any other suggestions, also please let us know. Make sure you're back here tomorrow night at 8 PM because Sally is here doing something magnificent in her Mardi Cardi, no doubt. And then I am in Crafting Together with All Brands on Thursday at 2 PM. Because, if I can get my desk clear. Who knows? Alright then, guys. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.